I'm Bill Sinyard, the pastor of the Movie Church, www.moviechurch.us. Today we're reviewing the film The Spirit. There's films out today that raise eternal issues, that make the moviegoer think, make you feel, impressionistic films, and then there's the movies that don't. And The Spirit clearly fits into the second category of just pure entertainment. It's the next CGI computer graphic incarnation from the mind of the screenwriter, director, comic book icon Frank Miller. Miller is probably best known by comic book aficionados as one of the biggest comic artists and authors around today. He worked on such characters as Daredevil, Elektra, Batman, X-Men. His created world, maybe Miller's preferred world, is an eternally dark city where good always fights with evil at two levels. There's the regular criminals and regular cops, kind of like the Mickey Spillane film noir characters. That inspired his last major project, Sin City, if you're familiar with that. But then, I think in preferred, there's the superhero level, where there's supervillains who required the new super breed of superheroes to fight them. And the superheroes that Miller creates are often very flawed. They're struggling with their own characters and issues. And they usually gain strength and power and ultimately defeat the enemy by dying and being resurrected somehow, either through accident or by fate or technology. Miller is quoted as saying this, and I think it helps explain the movie. You cannot have virtue without sin. And what I am after, Miller says, is having my characters' virtues defined by how they operate in a very sinful environment. That's very fascinating. He says that's how you test virtue, and for Miller that's very important. And if you remember a film done by M. Night Shyamalan a while back, Unbreakable, it picks up this very theme. So The Spirit is an homage to this comic film dark noir characters. And while it's clear that Miller's having a great time, it's a very self-indulgent movie, lots of cheesy rhetoric. For instance, "You'll be as dead as Star Trek," one of the characters says, and you clearly hear Miller laughing in the background in the directorial chair. But I got to tell you, the movie, even for comic book fans such as, I was obsessed with comic books as a kid, and I got to tell you, even so, the movie felt about an hour too long. Miller once said he likes to draw hot chicks, fast cars, and cool guys in a trench coat. And I think he successfully did it with The Spirit. So, bottom line, I give it 2 stars. Not a high rating, but I give it 2 stars. And primarily for the technology. The CGI technology is amazing. He's certainly taken it to another level. But also for the nostalgic feeling that I got remembering my own comic book obsession. He did stay true to the comic book genre. But in the end, I think I would suggest it makes a much better DVD rental than going and paying the bucks at a movie theater. Now, we like to stimulate discussions. If you have a discussion group and you want to discuss movies, there's a lot better movies out there to use. But if you choose this one for whatever reason, I would suggest 2 discussions. One is, I would suggest you focus on Miller's notion that you can't have virtue without sin. I think that's a huge spiritual, biblical, Christian notion. I think that could be explored and discussed using the film. That real virtue can only become real once it's tested under great temptation and suffering. I think that's very interesting to me. The second thing is this: discuss Miller's use of death of his major characters and resurrection into larger-than-life characters. I think that's interesting. So, that's The Spirit. I'm Bill Sinyard, the pastor of the Movie Church, www.moviechurch.us. Come and see us. We'll save a seat for you.